is that you're supposed to make a YouTube video. You make a video and then you have to post it on YouTube of your forum discussion. But I think that that is a bit too taxing for you and for me as well to watch all those videos. So I make some changes. Instead, what you have to do is have to do like a, so you have to work in a group of 4, and then I will give you the topic, list of topics, and then you basically have to talk about the topics there and then, right? So you will not have the time to prepare or provide or do some script or write the script for your discussion. That is the main difference between what we are doing in this class and what the other class do. All right, so I will present my screen now. Okay, so this is your forum assessment. It will be worth 40%. So the percentage is quite high. So please take this assessment seriously. Right. So what do you have to do? Okay, so this is the instruction. So bear in mind the instruction here is different from the other classes. So please just follow what I have given here in this slide. So you are required to participate in a discussion on a topic given, and the time allocated is 7 to 10 minutes to discuss the topic with your group members. So there are 4 of you, so each of you will be talking for around 2.5 minutes, isn't it? And you will only be given 2 minutes to prepare for the topic. So I will give a list of topic first, but what you have to, during that time, you will be only given 2 minutes to prepare. I think this is just like almost like your MUET test, isn't it? Your MUET speaking test. So yeah, something like that. So it is not something that is unfamiliar to you, hopefully. Right, so the topics for discussion, so I limit the topics to 4 only. So you will only be given these 4 topics. The choice is one of these 4. So it is important that you know about this topic lah, right? So LGBT rights, high rates of unemployment in Malaysia. So we have social issue, which is LGBT rights, high rates of unemployment, which is social and economic issue as well. And then issues relating to social media, right? Influencers, cyberbullying. And the last one is appreciation of arts, culture, and history among the younger generation. So the 4th topic, it may relate to, we have a lot of arts and culture that are not appreciated much nowadays, right? We have our traditional dance, the mahyong, the ulit mayang, the wayang kulit, right? So, and also our history, right? The Malay history of Hang Tuah, perhaps. It is something that I think the younger generations are forgetting. So, yeah, these are the things that you have to study lah, right? So there are 4 topics. You will only be assigned one of this. So it is your luck lah, right? Right, so what to discuss, right? So yeah, it is important for you to be well versed in all of the 4 topics given. So I think that I'll give you a week to prepare, right? And you should be able to express your ability to engage in the topics by discussing them from the following perspective. right? The issues and problem, causes, effects. Remember to give concrete examples to the point you're making and give your own critical opinion regarding the matter, right? So it's not just about, because you read about this, right? So you read about this, you read the opinion of others, but I don't want you to present opinion of others. I want you to present your own opinion as well. So perhaps you will look at from different perspective, and then you will have to come up with your own opinion. And yeah, this is important, the last point. So because this is a discussion, so you will probably have some clashes of idea with your group mates, right? So you have to know how to handle the situation, right? So how do you discuss this conflicts, right? How do you discuss or reconcile the difference in idea? So be mindful that this is not a debate, right? But just discussion. So it is not about you winning or what, just discussion, right? So the purpose of the discussion, right? So display your ability to exchange ideas with one another, gain deeper knowledge about the subject matter from one another, right? Because you will have, yeah, so because you will discuss with others, so yeah, you will know something new from other people's opinion. Challenge the ideas of one another in a civil manner. So the keyword here is a civil manner, which means that you have to be polite lah, even if you disagree with your groupmates. Right, so these are some of the guidelines, right? Do thorough research on all the possible topics. Make sure you know the topics that will be discussed inside out. So I only give you 4 choices, right? So 4 choices of topics. So you have to be prepared with all of the topics, right? Get to know your group mates and discuss on how you would go about in tackling the tasks, right? Study common phrases to use during group discussion, right? Okay, so you can follow this link. It's a good link, right? So for example, if you want to interrupt others, what do you say? I'm sorry, may I speak? Or if you don't want to be interrupted, you say, sorry, let me finish, right? Right. So how do you explain your opinion? I think that blah, blah, blah. You can follow this link lah. And practice expressing your opinion. Yeah, so you practice speaking lah. Tulis practice speaking, right? So because I already gave you the topics, so you can do your own practice, right? And during, all right, so react to your group mates' point. So you have to be mindful of your group mates, what they say, what their points are, right? Don't be too eager to talk about your points that you overwrite, right? You don't listen to your group mates' point, but you just talk about your points. So for a good discussion, it should be like a build-up of idea, and then there should be like contradictory idea should be discussed and should be reconciled, right? Also, there's a possibility that the conversation go off topic. So if you notice this, you can steer the conversation back to the topic given. And also keep your composure, always maintain a professional tone even when disagreeing, yeah, like what I said just now. And make sure to participate, right? Also be mindful of your group mates' participation. If you notice them not participating much, ask them to speak as well, right? So if you notice that one of your group mates is quiet, perhaps she or he is nervous, you can say, okay, Amir, what do you think? Amir, what do you think about this topic, right? So you have to help each other, right, basically. right? Do not take all the time, let others speak too. If you do this, your mark for teamwork will be deducted, right? So this is very important. Do not be, what do we call it? Manipulate. Do not control all the conversation, kan? Because you are given 10 minutes only and then you speak for 5 minutes. Then that will be like you speaking too much. And if you do this, it will not be nice for others, lah, right? You are not being considerate of others, right? So make sure that you let other people speak as well, right? And try as much to reduce the what do you call this? Hedging, right? You don't know what to talk about or you lost for words. So you right? That is something that I do as well. So a better option is for you, instead of, if you forgot to what word you want to say, you can pause, right? Instead of you saying ooh, you just pause a bit and you think, right? And this is important. Do not read your point. Your mark for eloquence will be deducted. So the reason why I don't want like a scripted forum and you have to record the video of you talking is that because in my previous experience with my student before, they tend to like give script. Okay, they want this first person say this, second person reply with this, third person reply with this. Now I don't want it to be scripted. I want it to be spontaneous, right? So please don't write the points that you want to talk about, and then because if you read your point, then it will not sound natural. It will not be speaking tasks, right? It will be like reading tasks because you will basically be reading. So please do not read, but you can of course write some points. Right. Right. Okay. Okay, so that's it. So later on, I will give you some slot. So you have to write what time you want to see me. So you have to discuss with your group mates, lah, right? What time all of you are available, and then you can contact me, and then we can do this through. We are going to do this through Google Meet, lah, right? Through Meet. And then one more thing, like before we will have like moderator, kan? But for this one, everyone is like a panel. Everyone is a group. Everyone is an equal member lah. So you have to discuss some stuff, right? So I think that's it. Do you have any question? And the last day we can do this. I'm thinking like, is a week enough? Can we start next week? How much time do you need to prepare? 2 weeks, 1 week? How much time do you need to prepare? A week, can we start next week? A week, yeah, I think a week is sufficient. Okay, sure. Okay, so it's like, all right, okay, so most of you want 2 weeks. Okay, we can start next. So it will be like, okay, next 2 weeks, next, yeah, next year. Okay, so 2 weeks lah, right? Okay, so 2 weeks is okay. Chin Pei, no, you have to stick with group from your classes only. For the for your group member, you guys, I think it's easier if I assign the group members for you guys. It's better, isn't it? because you guys don't know each other, right? So I will assign the group members for you guys. Okay. Any more question? Yeah, so the group members will be assigned. You will 2 weeks. But if there's any group that wants to start next week, also can, right? So you will be marked based on the points, the eloquence. Alamak, eloquence apa tu kelancaran? I forgot. I forgot the Malay word, the English words. The fluency. Yes, thank you, Adele. Oh, God. Your teacher is such a himbo. Okay. What else? Yeah. Any more question? Can we have 4 volunteers tonight to demonstrate how to do this task? The fluency as well as grammar. Grammar, fluency, because this is grammar class, right? Grammar, fluency, and what do we call it? Content, right? All right, so now I need 4 people and I will give you 2 minutes to prepare and I want you to discuss on a topic that I gave you. Anyone would like to volunteer? Try lah. Hello? Can open your microphone and talk. Or should I choose? Any volunteer? 4 person, 4 people. The 4 people who volunteer will get extra mark. Siapa? Ada orang nak join? Ada orang nak volunteer? Semua malu eh. Afdal nak? Would you like to volunteer as one of the... Okay, the topic. Okay. The topic is social media influencer. Social media. So the issue of social media, right? Social media plays a huge role in our life, right? Every day we will, most of us, I think, we log on onto our Instagram or our Twitter account or Facebook account or our TikTok account, and we will be exposed to all kind of this, what do we call it? Social media influencers, right? People who are basically famous for doing a variety of things over the internet. And these social media influencers, even their name also denote that they have some kind of power lah, because they can influence people, right? They can influence people to buy things, to lead a certain lifestyle, and to follow them lah, basically. So you have someone like DSV, Datuk Sri Vida, who's like who's an entrepreneur and doing business, and she has this like lavish lifestyle, so people follow her perhaps to be inspired to see, like, because she likes to show off her money, her richness, her wealth, her wealth, right? So is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Right? So you can discuss. Ni aku pula yang discuss banyak kan. Also, you have someone like which is perhaps not very positive. You have Sajat, perhaps, right? Social media influencer as well. She 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 show off her unconventional lifestyle because of her gender controversial gender identity, perhaps. So yeah. So what do you make of it? So anyone would like to discuss social media and influences? Just for volunteers. Sharvin nak? Sharvin Raj? Sabrina nak? Nurse Sabrina, you don't have to be an influencer, but you can discuss how are you being influenced or how does your lifestyle change? Semua dah mengantuk Is it too late now? Nurse Sabrina tak tahu. So anyone would like to okay, let's say I open this topic, okay, social media influencer. Okay, so the first question, do you think that it is positive or negative? It's awkward to discuss on mic. Okay, is it? It's more awkward that I'm talking alone though, Emma. Yeah, Afdal, all right. It's okay. Afdal want to say something? Don't write. Talk. Instead of writing, you can speak out your mind. I'm sure you want to say something. Andal, why do you say both? Don't write. Talk. Open your mic. Speak. Open your camera as well. Shy pula. Sabrina, don't be shy. Sabrina also can talk, can speak. I am shy as well. Orang lain tak ada discuss. Okay, Emma. Yes, Emma.
As for me, influencer have give quite pro and cons in social life for social media. Like some of them, they like to give us inspiration to move on our life. Some of them love to discuss on certain issues which open the youth generation, the youth mind. That's for me.
Okay, that's very good, Emma. Okay, so you give your point, right? So I mentioned just now, if you want to give your point, it's better if you can give some examples. So for example, you want to talk about youth that open our mind. Who do you refer to, Emma? Yes, Emma?
I'm still thinking because I'm not a social media person.
Oh, you don't? Yeah. Okay. So when you talk about youth that okay, I've dah cakap lah, Syed Sadiq, right? Anyone else? There are 62 of you. Abdul Hadi, do you want to speak up? Abdul Muazzam, do you want to speak? Think of what the person you follow on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or TikTok, and how do they influence your life, or are you not influenced by them? What about Justin? JC? Jolene? Kashmira? Wen Kai? Lata? Are you guys there? Mimi Perry. Who's that? Who's Mimi Perry? Okay, right. Alah, don't write on the chat box. Speak up. Okay, Nur Sabrina, your voice broke. What does it even mean? Oh, don't be shy. Emma is not shy. Just now. Sheila, I forgot how to speak English. How can you forget? Try lah.
Nama je orang putih.
Yeah, your name is Justin. Okay, Tinesh. Tinesh, please speak up.
Yes, sir.
Yes, can you speak up?
Yes, sir. About what, sir? I
About,
came late, sir.
all right. Who are the social media influencers that you know?
Social media influencers. I don't follow that much, sir. Social media influencers.
Do you watch like
Syed Sadiq, if I'm not mistaken?
okay, he can be a social media influencer as well. What do you see in him? What do you think of him?
I see a young aspiring person who can educate others through media.
What are some of the things that he has done, or what are some of the issues that he has spoken about?
I believe about. I'm not that quite sure, sir.
Okay, so perhaps you can say that he talks about corruption, isn't it?
Yes.
Prior to general election, he talks about freedom of speech, about corruption, about the things, bad things that are happening in the country. And then, okay, thank you, Tines, right?
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, he talks about Nur Akila, right? So the point is when you want to discuss, right, you give specific examples, right? Okay, so Syed Sadiq here is very good because he inspired others when he speak up about issues, right? And he talks about issues that are close to the youth, right? Like internship, paid internship. There's an issue whereby students are not being paid for doing internship. So that is something that he talks about and speak out, right? Yeah, and see there are a lot of influences, right? And it could be like social media influences is like a new phenomenon, isn't it? Because you have like this, okay, someone who is a regular people, right? Saidi is a regular people before he joined politics, right? He was just a student, right, in IIUM. and he actually we were actually in the same batch, right? He lived when he was in UIA. We were in the same floor, but I don't know him. But yeah, so he was just like a regular person, but then he joined debates and all that, and then he reached his prominence, and then he become a minister, right? So when younger people see his achievement, younger people will be inspired, perhaps, because you see like someone your age, like achieving so much, and then you're like, okay, I am older than him, but I've achieved nothing. So it could be something like that, right? Or it could be someone like who does not. This Mimi Perry. Mimi Perry. Is she like comedian, right? So I'm Jen. Her contents are funny. Like, it could be a comedian. It could be someone who inspire you to achieve greatness. It could be like a comedian. So this comedian, what kind of comedy, right? So this entertainment they provide to others, that is quite noble thing, right? Because they serve to entertain others, and they are just like they're just regular people, right? It could be like you or me, right? But they can achieve that fame status, right? Hanif Jamal, okay. This people that I don't know, right? And Namui. Namui is a filmmaker. I'm not really familiar with his work, right? Or yeah, Najib. Miss Najib, a social media influencer. Yeah, it could be influencer as well. But yeah, Owen Yap, a Mandarin newsreader, right? So this is like a respectable figure, isn't it? Yeah, Arvind Kumar, right? Khairul Amin, right? BTS is like, I don't think BTS is social media influencer, because BTS is like an artist. They don't use social media to influence others. Like when you talk about social media influencers, you think of someone who's like a regular people, like right, Khairul Amin, and then they just make some videos, and then like they gain followers, right? For example, Khairul Amin, yeah, I also watch his cooking videos. It's easy to follow, isn't it? And it's like spreading knowledge. Right? Arvind Kumar trying to spread kindness, right? You can, yeah, Ustad Abid Liu as well, right? Zach King, I know Zach King, he do this video. Or you know, like mukbang, it could be like someone like Ustad Abid Liu, who does like incredible things, or it could be someone like who just post video of them eating on screen, right? Mukbang. So that is a social media influencers as well. Right. Okay, so when you discuss about these figures, right? So you give concrete examples, and then you discuss their influence. How do they influence, and are they positive or are they negative, and how should the society react to social media influences? For example, if you see the social media influencers influencing others to do bad stuff, do you think that the government should step in to stop them? Or do you think that they should be allowed to do whatever they want, right? Donald Trump. Donald Trump is not a social media influencer, I think. Okay, so I think, yeah, I think that's it. You guys have anything else to add? Any more questions? I think that's it for today. Let's take your attendance. So you just scan your attendance, yeah? I'll give you QR code.